We're going to take this interview back a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, because
Am I talking too
love
much?
that we're
No one's ever told me that I'm talking too much.
No, I actually love that you're talking a lot. But you're not going to skip the most important question that everybody wants to know, and two, that we ask every single guest on this show.
Yeah.
And that question is, are you single or in a relationship?
I was thinking about this question today.
Okay.
I was thinking about this question in the shower today.
Okay.
This is a question. I think there are two questions in life that have always made me very uncomfortable. It is this question, and it is, do you have any friends?
Oh.
And the latter question, I remember being asked that question in middle school. I won't say his name.
No, say his name.
No, I won't say his name.
No, we should shame people.
No.
Fuck that.
No, but that's a recurring question in my life.
Really?
It's very odd. And I get asked that question by people who I thought or think are my friends. And they are sometimes. But it's just like a weird, traumatic kind of a thing. Not traumatic, but it's just like a recurring theme. The single question is interesting because I'm a very sort of private person. So I'll answer the question, sure. That's my ambiguous answer. Nice. But there's a point to it. I think there's...
Sure to which one?
To the single question?
Got it.
Or the dating question?
Yeah.
Or what was it? Are you dating or are you single?
Basically.
Single or in a relationship?
Sure, whatever.
Yeah.
That's my answer.
You're welcome to plead the fifth.
But the ambiguity... I think so what we do is like a public thing. I know this is like a long-winded answer to a very simple question. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
But there's a thought process behind it. Is that I completely forgot it. But the ambiguity, it's like we work in a public sphere.
Yeah.
So to some degree, everything is a form of entertainment.
Yeah.
And I think this is also part of my nature, but I think now that I'm able to sort of voice it, is that in some ways in the public sphere, when you work in the public sphere, I think it's okay to be ambiguous and not be fully transparent and honest, because there's certain things that you need to be able to protect for yourself, that you own for yourself. Now in private, when you are having intimate conversations, when the cameras are off and there's no one recording and not, that's where I think honesty. And so I'm not against honesty and transparency and answering the questions. It's just that I think that, just bear with me here. I just think it's always a question that's always made me uncomfortable. And I think it's because I never want to be known for my dating life or any sort of I'm not like trying to be controversial and trying to gain attention that way. I would never want to be a content creator that is known for my dating life or just creating noise for the sake of creating noise. Mm-hmm. I've always wanted to be just a person that's known purely for my work. And this stems from like high school as well. So there's like a lot of stuff I'm unpacking here.
Yeah.
But it's like there is this weird, desperate need I have to completely keep it to myself, which is weird. It's a very simple question, and a lot of people don't. But it's like I think that's super important, at least for me, is privacy around my personal, private life, and that doesn't just stretch to my relationships or my romantic life. It also stretches towards like my family life, my nieces, my siblings. They should not that they will, but they should not, their privacy should not be infringed upon because they know somebody that works in the public sphere. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not famous and I'm not internationally known like a movie star.
You're famous.
I think movie star fame is very different than social media fame. But there's a potential for that reality to set in. And so as you get more of that, there's negative spillover effects that can affect people in your personal life that I never want to happen for as long as I can control it. I won't have full control over it. Yeah. But now I do. But all this stuff lives in perpetuity. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm not dodging the question. But there's a level of ambiguity. I know. I'm so sorry. I've hijacked the interview
I'm
again.
just like we
But
wouldn't ask you.
there's a philosophy.
We
what I'm
would
trying
not
to
have
say.
asked you
No, that's
further.
totally fine. But there's a philosophy behind it that I think is actually important.
So we're talking about introversion.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
want to know why do you consider yourself an introvert? And do you
Because
think
it's
you've always been that way?
Yes, I think I've always been an introvert. I think I am an introvert, although I have friends who tell me
What does it mean to you to be an introvert?
they say I'm an extrovert introvert. So what I've come to learn is like being an introvert, it's like how you repair, it's like how you recover, I guess, like how you recharge your battery. I don't recharge my battery necessarily by being with other people. Not that I don't like being with other people, and not that I don't like having conversations, but they do drain my social battery.
Yeah.
And then I recharge my social battery by being alone and for long enough to the point where I want to get back out. So most of my time is spent, I suppose, in solitude. And then some of my time is spent with people. But I'm also like, I don't know if you're into astrology. I don't know if it's true, but
Are you kidding me?
I'm kind of curious about it. I think it's
love it.
interesting.
We love
I think it's interesting.
You know my dad's an astrologer.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Sorry. But I'm also a Pisces.
Oh. Water.
I'm a rising Sag.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm a moon, sun, Pisces. Your followers will care about that. Being a Pisces, I suppose, you're a water sign, so you're very mutable and flexible in your behavior, in your moods. So I could be like, Natasha, let's hang out on Friday, and I could make that plan on Monday. And come Thursday, I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm in the right headspace mood. It has nothing to do with you. It's all me. So my mood can fluctuate, and based on my mood, I will make plans and then either go through with it or not, which is not great all the time.
Yeah, because I could see somebody on the other receiving end of that being
But some people
annoyed.
get it.
Yeah.
They do get it because they also are the same way.
Is that because you've communicated it beforehand that, hey, sometimes I'm like
I'm
that?
getting better at communicating because you learn about yourself, you learn about your own psychology, you learn about your own nature, and then you get the vernacular from some person or some mistake or some book or some this to then express it back. Again, the transparency, honesty thing is super important in those private kind of relationship type conversations. So I think also because I've made content about being an introvert, people kind of have either self-educated or have come to understand what it means to be an introvert and what it means to, I have somebody in my life that's like that. That's why they're like that. Okay. So once you start putting vernacular to things, people tend to be like, we as people just understand it. So when I can put vernacular behind my mood and my why I am the way that I am, they tend to respect it at least.
And for listeners who don't know what being an introvert or extrovert is, I got you.
We should probably look it up, yeah.
Wikipedia.
Hell yeah.
I got this from
Good.
Wikipedia. It says, so it was a psychology term introduced by Carl Jung. And it says that extroversion tends to be manifested in outgoing, talkative, energetic behavior, whereas introversion is manifested, we're only talking about manifestation, in more reflective and reserved behavior. Jung defined introversion as an attitude type characterized by orientation in life through subjective psychic contents, and extroversion as an attitude type characterized by concentration of interest on the external object. So the simplest way of putting it, extroversion is the state of primarily obtaining gratification from outside oneself.
Right.
Introversion is the state of primarily obtaining gratification from one's own mental health. Mental life.
Yeah. Interesting.
That checks.
I hope you guys enjoyed that video and check out our next one. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to this channel for more amazing dating, love, and relationship advice from me and so many expert guests. Follow us on socials. We're at Candid Dating across the board. I'm Natasha Chandel, so you can find me too if you like. And join our newsletter on www.kindofdating.com for lots of exclusives. See you soon.